everyone. In this video, we are learning to do data mining or data processing on Twitter data. So for that, you need to have a Twitter account. So I have already posted some important necessary links about this, how to create the Twitter developer account, because to access the data from Twitter you need to have a developer account, not a simple account. So how to do this? Please go to Unit 8 Data Mining Tutor in your Blackboard course, and in it see the first link where I have added this link for signing up to Twitter account, and this is the link that you have, and then apply for a developer account by this instructions. This is a link for helpful instruction to follow for creating a developer account. So this is not something you can do it right away, so you need to request for it at it, and it takes some time in order to get this Twitter account. Okay, so in here, while requesting them, you will be asked in a block, basically to answer why do you need this Twitter account, why do you need a developer Twitter account. So in order to do that, try to mention whatever I have highlighted here. So basically mention this text or message in that block or area. So but still, if you are not successful in obtaining a Twitter developer account, so what you can do, this is a Twitter account setup discussion board that I have created. You just click on that, go to the forum that is being created, and post your questions to this thread. And already I have mentioned some of the helpful questions that you may get from Twitter, and they may request this type of questions such as the core. What do you need? I mean, what is the use case, intent, or business purpose for your use of Twitter APIs, or what do you intend to do using the data of Tweet? So all those helpful instructions and answers I have provided here. But still, if you have some other questions or concerns about developing the or creating the developer account, so post your questions to this forum and try to interact with other classmates and also with me directly using this discussion forum. Don't email me directly about this Twitter account developer account setup in my email. Always post your questions to the discussion board so that everyone will be benefited from this link. Okay, and it will be available to everyone to follow this. Let me go to the course again. So now next after that you will find this class use Jupyter Notebook Twitter test. So this is for testing a basic Twitter developer account. So I here I am trying to test using my Twitter developer account that I have already created earlier. So you will have to do the same thing using your own Twitter developer account. So let's see that. So I'm going to open this Twitter underscore test.ipynb file. So let's see what we have here. So it's mostly about setting up a Twitter app, um, because we need the Twitter data for the mining purpose or analyzing purpose. So that's why we need to create an account. So first, log on to this link, click this link, open it, and here you have to create an account and then log into it. Okay, this is the link. The next, you have to follow this 8 easy steps for setting up the Twitter account. So just bear with me. Yeah, this is a link which will help you read thoroughly and see whatever steps it's saying to follow. So using all these 8 steps, create your keys. So what are those keys? Customer key, customer secret, authorization access token, and authorization access token secret. So you need these 4 keys in order to have access to your developer account, and you will be able to use Twitter APIs, application programming interfaces as well. So I'm going to close this link. Okay. So once you have all those 4 keys, with you. What are you supposed to do? You need to create a like this. Here I have in my root drive, um, okay, where the my Jupyter notebook have all access to all my Python files. Here I have created one file, and in the file you need to save all of your keys. So you shouldn't use this one because this is my all of my keys that I use for my own requirement. So you just have to basically copy and paste everything that you will be provided by Twitter for your own access. So save that with a name like credentials.py, and then you will be importing that credentials here. So let's see what is that. So see, in order to do data mining using Twitter account, there is a special library we're supposed to import. Okay, so our module that is called import tweepy. So first import tweepy, then you have to import the credential file that I have just shown you, where I have all my credentials. So import that. Now you have everything on your hand. The next thing is that you have to create an object of tweepy modules authorization handler class. So what is that? Using the tweepy authorization handler, you will pass the consumer key and the consumer secret from the credential file. Use this dot operator. If you name your file to some other name, you have to use that name. Okay, as I have named it to credentials, I am using credentials dot consumer key and credentials dot consumer secret. So o authorization handler function, using the tweepy module, it will create an object of the um, o authorization handler class, that is auth. Now you will have to set access code, token using that same object, and there you have to pass your credentials dot access token and access token secret from your credential file. So once you set all those, the next thing is that you need to create an API for accessing Twitter. So directly you cannot access. You have to create an API, application programming interface, in order to interact with the application and have access to all the tweets, all the data that you want to analyze. So here, what you are supposed to do, you need to call the Tweepy, your module, and the API function, and there you have to pass the Tweepy modules authorization handler class object. Then a ret limit you have to impose, and this wet limit is supposed to reset when you when it's reached, and will notify the user if that is the case. So this is something you need to set to true, and wet on ret limit true. So while accessing the data from the Twitter, it has to be accessed periodically within certain interval. So basically for that we have these two setup that we need to pass, and without this you cannot create an API. So done. So here see I have added AUTH. It's an O authorization handler object containing all your credentials, 4 credentials, the consumer key, consumer secret, access token, and access token secret. And I have also added what is the detail for this parameter and this parameter. So this parameter will ensure that we don't violate the Twitter's rate limit restrictions. Okay, so in order to access data, we need to be within the range of the rate limit, the restriction provided by Twitter. And the another one also, I have written the description about it. And the next thing, what do you want to have access to from Twitter? Let's say you want to search something, a query, QRY, pizza robot. So something related to a topic pizza robot, you want to find out the details or all the tweets based on the pizza robot topic. So create the query. Now in the API search, in order to obtain the results, okay, let me first run it. It should run the query. Now the results will be run. Next the for loop, and these are the all the tweets that you are accessing from Twitter based on the pizza robot topic. So let's see here in the results what you have. You have to call API, the API that you have created, and the search function that you have to pass your query. Here the query will be passed, which has a value of pizza robot, tweet mode, and how many number of tweets. Okay, so that is your n equal to 10. So the tweets will be in the full text mode, and because of that you have provided the variable as extended. The total text will be returned to you in the result. Now in the results, in the list you have all the tweets. Right now you just have to explore or see all the results. So how to do that? Use a for loop for r in the results. It will give you all the user screen name and the full text. So the user crab robot, yeah, has tweeted this, lemon robot has tweeted this. So like this it will give you the 10 tweets because you have mentioned 10 tweets, number of tweets n equal to 10 here. This is how you have to set up your Twitter account and to test whether it is working or not.